Jonathan.
And I'm Nicole.
And we're so excited for Easter Jam today. Now listen, before we get started, there's one thing you have to know. Easter Jam is for everybody in the whole family.
So if you're a teenager, this is for you. Or if you're in college, it's for you too. But if you're younger, then we need you to get ready, because we're about to have some fun and we need you to lead the way.
Listen, the only way to not have fun is to not participate. And we're getting started in 3, 2, 1.
Easter, a time for fake grass, plastic eggs, these things, chocolate bunnies, and people dressed as bunnies. And then there are the weird parts of Easter, like fake grass, plastic eggs, these things, chocolate bunnies, and people dressed as bunnies, which is interesting. But what does all this stuff have to do with Easter? And if this holiday is about more than candy and wearing uncomfortable clothes to church and lunch with your relatives, what makes Easter happy?
Alright, so there's two kinds of people in this world. People who like peeps, like me, and people who don't. Let's see how your family feels. So show me a thumbs up if you like to eat these things, and show me a thumbs down if you don't. Alright, so no matter how you feel about peeps, you're going to love this game. Alright, your family is going to face off in the greatest peeps jousting competition of all time. I'm going to explain how it works, and then I'll tell you when to start. First, divide the room into 2 teams. Next, take 2 peeps and assign them to a team. If you don't have any peeps, no worries. Big marshmallows, they work as well. Turn Team A gets Peep A, and Team B gets Peep B. You can come up with cooler names, like Lord Sugarcoat or Sir Sprinkles. You get the idea. You can use a marker or a Sharpie to decorate your peeps and give them some personality. Draw a mustache on your peep and give them some mean eyebrows or a fancy outfit. Let your creative juices flow. Next, you need to prepare your peeps for battle. Stick a toothpick in each peep to prepare them for battle. Think of the toothpick as a joust or a lightsaber or a sword. Just depends on how serious your family is about the competition. Make sure the toothpick is facing forward towards the other peep. Place the 2 combatants on a microwave plate. No social distancing necessary. You want the peeps to be close together and facing one another. Finally, time for the big event. Gather around and put the plate in the microwave, setting the timer to 45 seconds. You won't let it run that long. In fact, don't let it run that long. Then press start. Watch at a safe distance until the peeps drop their toothpick sabers and one touches one another. The toothpick that touches the other peep first wins. As soon as this happens, you're going to want to stop the microwave. Trust me on this one, families. Let's settle this thing. Don't forget to snap a pic of that photo finish. It's go time. Press pause now and I'll wait here. Alright, that was fun. How did it go? I want to know who won and I want to see pictures. Y'all remember to post them with the hashtag EasterJam2020. I have to admit, that was more fun than I thought. And also, this happened.
Okay, alright, are you ready for another game? Now for this one, you're going to need a laundry basket and lots of socks. Clean or dirty, doesn't matter, as long as they have a match. Now, you might want to go and grab the stuff to get ready for this game. So if you need to, press pause and then come back. Got your basket and socks? Alright, now you're ready. But first, you're going to need to pick 2 people to play the game. And you also need 2 people to be scorekeepers. To get started, dump all the socks on one side of the room. And don't worry, those socks will make their way back to the basket real soon. Then, place the basket on the other side. When I say go, players will grab a sock, go through the pile to find the matching one, roll the socks together in the shape of a ball, or like an Easter egg, and then toss them like this. Cross the room into the laundry/Easter basket. The player with the most sock eggs in the basket at the end of the timer wins. If you don't have scorekeepers to help you keep count, you'll have to keep up with that number on your own. That means everybody's on the honor system, alright? Parents, I'm looking at you. Okay, if needed, press pause and get everybody in position and ready to play the game. I'll wait here. Everybody ready? Great. I'm putting 1 minute on the clock. The Easter egg throwdown starts in 3, 2, 1, go. families, come back over here. Who won? Whoever wins gets socks. No, I'm just kidding. But parents, make sure that whoever did win the game gets a special prize today. Maybe one of these things. Or maybe not.
I hope you're having fun so far. We're celebrating because today is Easter. If you don't know the whole story of Easter, that's okay. Today we'll talk about what makes today so special.
But before we get there, I know you have a lot of family that would love to hear from you. Pause the video and pick one of the challenges on the screen to wish your peeps a happy Easter. Even though we're celebrating a little differently than before, that's okay. Easter is still happy. And that's not just because of peep wars or Easter baskets.
Although those things are pretty awesome.
It's still happy because of what happened thousands of years ago at the world's first Easter. It's the most powerful story, and yet it's so simple.
So simple that it can be told with laundry.
In the beginning, God created everything. He formed people in His very own image. But then, we turned away from God. Sin entered the world, like a dark stain. Still, God loved us so deeply that He made a plan to rescue us. At just the right moment, God sent His very own Son, Jesus, to live among us. Jesus healed hearts and minds and bodies. Thousands gathered to hear Him teach. Instead of giving lots of new rules, Jesus turned things upside down by making it simple. Love God, love others. After 3 years of traveling and teaching, Jesus and His disciples entered Jerusalem to celebrate the Passover feast. Huge crowds gathered to welcome Him. But while the crowds cheered for Jesus, the religious leaders made plans to arrest Him. He was turning their world upside down, and they wanted Him gone. As Jesus celebrated the Passover meal with His friends, He told them that He would be leaving, but would return. His friends didn't understand. That night, one of Jesus' followers, Judas, led soldiers to arrest Him. The religious leaders gave Jesus a fake trial and then sent Him to Pilate, the Roman governor, who could have Him killed. Pilate found Jesus had broken no law and tried to release Him. But a mob called for Jesus to be killed. Pilate gave in and handed Jesus over to the Roman soldiers. Jesus was forced to carry the heavy beams of His own wooden cross. On a hill called Golgotha, the soldiers nailed Jesus' hands and feet to the rough wood. The soldiers and people who passed by laughed and mocked Him. But from the cross, Jesus asked God to forgive them. Finally, Jesus called out, "It is finished." Then He died. The earth shook. Rocks split open. Even the soldiers cried, "Surely He was the Son of God." One of Jesus' followers took His body and placed it in a tomb cut from the rock. A huge stone blocked the entrance. Jesus' friends were devastated. They had believed that Jesus was the one God promised, the one who would rescue them, but now He was gone. Their whole world had turned upside down. Jesus' friends stayed hidden in fear for 3 days. But early Sunday morning, Mary Magdalene, a close friend of Jesus, hurried to the tomb. She planned to anoint Jesus' body with special spices. As Mary neared the tomb, she saw the stone had been rolled away. The tomb was empty. Mary turned to see a man standing near. She didn't recognize him until he said, "Mary." It was Jesus, alive. Jesus told her, "Do not hold on to me. I have not yet ascended to the Father. Instead, go to those who believe in me." Jesus, God's Son, became like us to lay down His life Through God's power, He defeated death for all of us, and sin was washed away. One day, He's promised to return, so we can live with Him forever.
Wow. I hear that story every Easter, and it always amazes me. I mean, God sent Jesus to the world to remind me that He is greater than anything that can go wrong in my world. The simple fact that Jesus came back to life is proof to me that I can face anything bad that happens. I like to think about it this way. I can because Jesus is alive.
I can keep loving because Jesus is alive.
I can be brave because Jesus is alive.
I can have hope because Jesus is alive. Here's an idea. Take a few minutes and add to this list the things that you can do because Jesus is alive. Answer this question as a family. How would you fill in the blank? I can because Jesus is alive. Pause the video while you discuss and meet us back here when you finish. Awesome. I love conversations like this because remembering what God has done in the past helps me to trust Him with what's going on in my life right now. I hope that's true for you too, and I hope you spend the rest of your day making happy memories with your family. To get started, here's one last challenge.
For this one, you'll need to decide who is the technology genius at your house. Maybe it's a step-parent, an aunt, or an 8th grader. Either way, decide who that person is now. Awesome. As soon as this video is over, I want you to go outside and take a family Easter photo. You can be dressed up or in your PJs. It can be totally normal with smiling faces or silly with one of those filters that turns your face into a bunny rabbit.
No matter how you do it, take a family photo and make it awesome. Then, share it to social media and on our Navarre First Kids Facebook group. Maybe now more than ever, this is a time to celebrate God's faithfulness and the hope that He gives us in Jesus.
After all, that's what makes Easter so happy.
Thanks for joining us, guys, and Happy Easter!
Happy Easter!
The greatest day in history. Death is beating, you have rescued me. Sing it out, Jesus is alive. Cross the empty grave, life eternal, you have won the day. Shout it out, Jesus is alive. He's alive. Oh, happy day, you wash my sin away. Oh, happy day, I'll never be the same. When I stand in that place, realize meeting face to face, I am yours, Jesus, you are mine. In this joy, perfect peace, earthly pain finally will cease. Celebrate